Hello, fellow creatives. Let me hope we are all doing well. We are great, and everything is basically moving on well. Okay. Let me hope we are good. So, hello everyone. Let me hope we are all good and we are doing well. So, today we are going to be looking at some of the reasons as why would we have to learn instruments as music artists, as creative people. Okay, so what I would say is, first of all, you need to know about copyright. You need to know how much you are losing out on some royalties as a creative person, and if at all you are out there as a creative person and you would want to see that you earn from the content you create, okay, and you don't know how to do it, you don't know how you should go about it, like after releasing your content and posting it somewhere, okay, maybe on Facebook, maybe on TikTok or WhatsApp, any medium place, okay, that you post your content on, that involves using data you are losing out, that involves, it may not be data but involves people performing your song, okay, any place that happens to consume any project that you created. So if you're not registered with some platforms that are responsible for collecting your royalties, just know that you're basically losing out. And if you need some help about that, endeavor to see that you contact me, because as a creative person you have to register with PROs, you have to register with distributors, you have to register with maybe administrative platforms to see that you get and utilize all of the content that you happen to create. Just know that if you are not registered with any of those platforms, you are basically missing out on some royalties. Okay, the royalties, that is like money, but for the money that you earn as a creative person, okay, is called royalty. Those are royalties. They are streaming royalties, they are mechanical royalties, they are performing royalties, and so forth and so on. So if you do not register, you are missing out. So I'm here to help you out, okay, I'm here to help you handle that. But our main purpose for today is, why would we go for learning instruments, okay, as creative people or as a musician, okay? First of all, with instruments, they happen to do a lot of stuff, okay? So me as a creative person, as an artist, when I happen to learn an instrument, first of all, let us first look at the economical side, okay, the health side, because without you being healthy, it basically means you won't make the money even that you want, okay, as you fight to make that money, okay, as you fight hard to make money from the content you create. If at all you're not healthy, let me say you're going to make something let me start with just $1,000. So if you make $1,000, like 1K, 1,000, and you end up being, let me first put this right. So let me say you make something let me say you make something like 100K, no, 1,000K, okay, and then you happen not to be healthy, then you spend over the 1,000K. That means that you're not progressing because you're using surplus, okay, from what you're basically making. What I'm meaning that you make a 1,000 US dollars, then you consume maybe 2K or 1,500 to put your health right, okay? So first of all, what you should know is, with instruments, they help relax your mind, okay? They keep you relaxed, okay? So if you have anything that is basically stressing you, learning an instrument and knowing how to play an instrument would help you relax, okay, as a creative, as someone who is creating content, and at that time you are basically stressed, you could pick up your instrument and try to play it. And second, we would look at it, okay, helping you generate ideas. Let me say I'm locked in certain codes So if I happen to like know how to like come up with chords, what to play, how like to play, like I would say that C moves with maybe D and E, so I'm just assuming, okay? So if that is it, so if we happen to know that that is the information, like maybe that is like how we would be playing it, so you have to also understand that if that is how I have to play it, okay? Now you are coming up with ideas. You do not get stuck to one idea, whatever, like song, because you could change. Okay, let me say I'm playing a certain pattern for my song, then I'm like, now when I get to the to like the verses, can't I lift up the key? Can't I like get another chord and I place it here as I happen to write? Okay, so it does not limit you, but it like adds on you, so for you to be able to come up with more ideas than the ones that you would have come up with. So that is also cool with learning an instrument. Okay, then it also helps you learn new words, okay, as you trying to learn, because let me give you an example. When I was trying to learn the guitar, I never knew what that, like where we have the scales is called, okay, like the neck, okay? I learned that that is called the neck. We have where we have to like, we have the pitch. So you like come up with words, okay? You learn new words, you learn how those strings are called, you learn how chords move, you learn the scale, so you get that. So you come up with new words, you happen to learn new words, and you happen to also learn how to enjoy music more, okay? Because now you no longer just look at the lines that someone dropped, because like the final consumer may be too loving, and he may be loving the rhythm, okay, how the song is flowing, the rhythm of the song. Then for you as an instrumentalist, you also look at, besides the rhythm, you look at the lines. How did this person strumming the guitar, how did this person go on, like those strings, how did he happen to play them, okay? So you happen to like go into detail and happen to enjoy that music the best way than a normal person would enjoy it. You get that? So it also increases your creativity. So it increases your creativity because now you are not limited. I talked about that. Like you are not limited, but it adds on you. It makes you more creative. It makes you have more ideas that you can play around with just learning an instrument. Okay? So I would say the other thing is it helps you set a routine. Okay? Let me say I'm having a busy schedule. Okay? So if at all I'm having a busy schedule and I'm like, wow, I'm a little bit busy, but I have to make sure that every morning I at least get my guitar and play for 20 or 10 minutes a day every morning. Then also in the evening before I sleep, I play my instrument like a prayer. Okay, so before maybe I pray, or after praying, before I have my sleep, I like first take some lessons. Okay, some lessons, try out new songs, maybe also try to practice my instrument. So that happens to help you set up routines. So you may be starting with just fulfilling the routine, but eventually you happen to learn new things because you'll happen to get tired of playing one thing over and over again. So you come up with ideas, you look at internet and come up with some more ideas that would help you improve your talent eventually. But at first you would be like, let me keep up this routine. But eventually in the long run, you happen to understand how to play, you get to know new chords, you get to know new words and so forth and so on. So that is also good about it. Okay. So it also increases your imagination. Okay, so if I'm like playing an instrument, I have to imagine, like if I play this chord, how is it going to sound like? If I happen to use this, if I happen maybe to put a couple on the guitar, how will it sound? Okay, so if I happen to like want to play a certain instrument, if I'm like I want to play a certain chord for a certain song, maybe I want to play No Woman No Cry by Bob Marley. So I'm like, what chord did he use? What if I use these chords? How will it sound like? You get it? So it is like, it gives you imaginations. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, okay? Hit that subscribe button, because I'm a new channel that is basically needing growth. So endeavor to see that you subscribe so that you do not miss out on anything that will happen to life. Then the other thing is, the more you keep yourself busy a little bit, because a white man once said that an idle mind is a devil's workshop. So for you to keep yourself a little bit busy and avoid some other stresses, some other activities that you would have done, and you end up getting into hot soup, you would keep up playing your instrument, and eventually you'll start earning from it, because the more you play it, the more you practice it, you'll happen to meet people that need that service. Maybe at weddings, because I usually shoot weddings, and find that most of these days you find that most of the people love to have some people playing live instruments. Besides playing live instruments, to like have people sing on the wedding, not especially these artists that we know, because you find that some people cannot afford those artists, or even do not prefer people playing CDs on their functions. So you learning that instrument may eventually later on start yielding you some money, if at all you are not a musician. Then on the other side, just imagine if I happen to like have a video, instead of using someone's music or some person, some like some artist's music, so I use my original compositions. Maybe I put them in the background, I first play them, record them, then as I spoke, maybe as I make my other stuff, maybe teaching how to cook, and I'm basically playing my own music. Look at that. How does it sound? You get it? So you also limit paying, you reduce your expenses of paying for copyrighted or licenses to use some other people's music. You get it? So it also helps you socially, because you happen to join some other groups. Let me say I'm on Facebook, and on Facebook there are different communities, okay, or different groups that happen to play different instruments. So if you join those groups, they help you improve socially, and they would also help join you to other groups where you could contribute as you play your instrument that you know, and earn from it. So thank you for watching. Please endeavor to see that you subscribe so that you do not miss out on any of the videos that we happen to put out, okay? This is a wonderful channel aimed at seeing you grow as a creative person, as someone who looks at self-improvement. We share a lot of content, okay? So endeavor to see that you subscribe and you join us. Thank you for watching. I'm grateful.